Good morning, everyone. Onegaishimasu. Well, how nice to see everyone once again. This morning, after the Kakami Baraki at the Hatsugeko, the first class of the year, Shinichi Toi Sensei gave us three practices that he would like us to pay attention to, practice, focus on this year. The first one of those, I wrote it in your chat box if you want to look. When your partner is preparing to strike, do not watch his body. You can naturally perceive his state of mind and movement by seeing his ki. You know, um, in order to see someone's ki, as he puts it, we know we have to become very calm. No, calmness, as you know, is a byproduct or a result of paying attention. When we pay attention, we become calm. Now, if we're paying attention to something small or something relative, like the body that's standing in front of us, we'll become calm. We pay a lot of attention to my face right now, you become calm. But small calmness, yeah? So you want small calmness or you want big calmness? So when Toy Sensei says, pay attention to his ki, this creates big calmness. When we practice ki meditation, uh, when we practice Kakudaiho, and everything is expanding larger and larger and larger and larger. Of course, we experience large calmness. We experience great calmness, yes. But now, when we practice Shuchuho, and everything is becoming smaller and smaller and smaller, shrinking, half, 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 we also experience great calmness. So we're not talking about size of the object of our attention. We're talking about the nature of the object, the nature of our attention itself. So, what we do when we're practicing meditation is we're practicing how to pay attention, how to pay attention to anything. So, it's not exactly whether you look at his body or not. Of course, his body is standing in front of you. You're going to see his body. Of course, you're paying attention to his body. But Shinichi Sensei, Toi Sensei, when he originally says this, well, we mean pay universal attention. So it's the way that we look, the way that we perceive, the way that we experience the universe around us. The universe around us is our world of experience. It's our field of experience. So how we experience this, how we look at this, that's the kind of calmness it results in. It's the kind of experience we have at every moment in this world, not just when someone is attacking us. So we practice this meditation so that we can learn to experience great calmness and see the movement of the key of the universe in everything. Okay, so let's practice. Let's begin with some key breathing. When we're teaching this principle in the dojo, we often say, so don't look in your opponent's eyes or don't watch your opponent's arm, right? Don't just look at the body, but look at everything all at once. But this is just a hint. This is not the answer because you're still talking about what you're looking at. That's not the principle. The principle which we're discussing is how you look. If you want to see, not what you're looking at. First, you keep one point. So then when you look, you are one with this. If you see your partner who is about to strike you as an enemy, or in other words, as a separate person from you, and maybe even an enemy, then of course you instantly become a victim. And when we're a victim being attacked, so our whole mind is shrunken and we're frozen up and unable to move properly. So then we cannot do Aikido. So even this person wants to strike you or grab you or mistreat you in some way. It must not change our state of mind. It's very difficult. But that's why we practice over and over, year after year after year. Because it's completely against our ego needs, the way we see them. And we're very protective, of course, which is not altogether misplaced, because people can be pretty strange. But what we're practicing here is changing our whole relationship with the universe. Universe being meaning your world of experience that you live in. Changing your experience of your world, how you perceive it, because of how you look at it. And we make a big deal of calmness. Calmness, however, is a result. It's not a cause. Okay. If someone would like to ask something or say something, please do. Yes. Hi, Priya.
Good morning, Sensei. So wonderful to see you. Thank you so much.
Nice to see you.
Really appreciate you teaching. I'm wondering how you are, how you're doing.
I feel very good, thank you.
I'm so glad. I'm so grateful, really, really so grateful for your teachings. That brings tears to my eyes. I'm a very emotional person, as you know, and I was thinking, during the meditation, a lot of thoughts came up for me, and the first one was about emotions, and was wondering if maybe you could speak to that, because I see everybody so calm in this group, and I often wonder, oh my gosh, am I just too emotional, and how I could use my emotions for greater benefit. If you might have some tips on that, but then it always comes back to the practice. Doing this practice just helps calm my emotions and helps me so much. So I'm really so grateful.
Yeah. Um, I think it's really important that we not look at ourselves as an object, not just how we look at other people or how we look at the world around us, but how we look at our own self, how we experience ourselves. Who is experiencing that self?
Mm-hmm.
See? So when you keep one point, this is our connection with universal mind, or we could say our higher self. Yes, the big picture.
Mm-hmm.
When we look from this place, when we reside in this state of mind, then emotion, no emotion. Okay.
And I
It's,
was
it's
wondering.
not about, let me just finish. It's not about manipulating the effect. It's about being the cause
Mm,
and taking responsibility for that 100%. Not yes, okay in the dojo, or yes, okay when I'm meditating, or yes, okay when I'm calm and everything's going my way. No. When you're having the worst day of the year, still you have to. Otherwise, you're just a phony. You just, it's not real for you. So we all have this in us. It's not an accusation of or condemnation, let's say, because again, that's looking at yourself as an object.
thank you. And with this, who does the transcripts? I hope, I really, really appreciate that you send out the transcripts for all these teachers.
Well, there's been a lot of morphing about them. You know, Carlos Boyer helped me a lot with them, and but it's very time consuming. Of course, I always finish them myself before I send them out. Um, but now there's a new program we found called Otter, Otter, and they just within half an hour they send it back to me, and it's almost free. I mean, you pay $100 a year, and there's unlimited. You can send them as much as you want. So I get it back right away. Now it's kind of all run together because the computer does it. But it's enough that I don't have to use the pedal and copy word for word, which I used to do, which takes about 3 hours to do an hour. So this time I can do the whole thing in about an hour.
Thank you so much.
Anyway, it's good for my practice, obviously, and I think it's useful. So we we do this. Now soon we're having a new website, by the way. Well, it's an old website, curtissensei.com. We're having it redone now so that I can get all of the transcripts from all of these past classes archived on there. So that if you want to look up something, you'll be able to go there and revisit that teaching. That will happen soon. Okay,
Yes, thank you so much.
thank you.
Can I ask one other thing?
Yes.
So the reason we focus on the one point um, is that instead of the mind or the heart, is that because we get too carried away with our mind, like getting caught up in daydreams, or in the heart with the emotions, and then it brings it down into the bringing it down into the one point. Is that why do we focus on the one point?
Yeah, you've asked me this question before because other schools teach other places, right? That's why I like whole body meditation. Uh, when we practice, the whole point of introducing whole body meditation was so that everyone can learn that when you're breathing into your one point and your heart and your throat, but primarily here and here together, your tente between your eyebrows and your one point. When you're breathing into both of those together, it's just like Kakudaiho Shuchuho. You experience that there is no difference. In Aikido, because everything begins uh, uh, with a metaphor, a physical movement metaphor, we always start with a one point because it is the center of the balance in our mind body. When we feel stable and secure and can accept everything around us, that's where we experience that in the one point. We don't experience that here. Here we experience insight, which is very important. I'm not saying it's not, but we are first experiencing accepting everything. In other words, first, be kind. Second, you can be smart. Okay. So thank you so much. I'm so happy to see everyone. And by the way, in 1 hour, we'll have the monthly Spanish class where Carlos Boyer translates what I say into Spanish. So if you would enjoy joining us, everyone is welcome. Okay? So that'll be in 1 hour from now. Thank you very much. Domo arigatou gozaimasu.